So today we're gonna do a bit of a rant. It's been a while since I did a rant, and from time to time people ask me about my confidence, so I figured why not make a video. For those of you who don't know me, Tommy Brown, aka Tommy Danger, the Now or Later Man, hip hop artist, entrepreneur, life coach, yada, right? I'm from Harlem, New York. Now, a little story for you. When I was growing up as a kid, my parents, or my mom who raised me, didn't have much. So I was, holes in my jeans, raggedy t-shirts, all of that. People on the block or other kids was fresh. I never really fit in. No sob story, that's just what it was. But I remember one day I was getting teased and I didn't like the way it felt. And at like 10 years old, I just said to myself, yo, I'll never let anybody call me bummy or tease me again. So by the time I reached like 12, just from doing odd jobs here and there, I made enough money to go buy me an outfit. And I bought a pair of pants and a shirt. And once I got that pair of pants and a shirt, like just made me feel like I did something. I think that was sort of like first real feel of having confidence. It's like, I worked for this, I bought this, I'm wearing this. I may not have what you have, but I got this on my own and can't nobody take that away from me. Right? So in talking to my dad, because my dad is a heavyset guy, like dad has always been a ladies' man, regardless of how him and my mom didn't get along. I asked him one day, I said, your pop, I said, was it that you talk to all these ladies? And he just said to me, like, as long as you keep yourself well groomed, check out the beard. My beard looks crazy, right? Phenomenal. My teeth are glowing right now in the light, right? But he said, as long as you're well groomed, smell good, and you stay neatly dressed, and you make a woman smile, that's what it was. And I took that like gospel, right? So I always made sure that I went to the barbershop, always made sure that you kept my presentation neat. And I've never been like a person to spend like a lot of money on clothes, but I like nice things. So I may spend from time to time on like a few luxury brands. And I made sure that I kept my game tight. And that, again, obesity ran in my family. Like mom's was overweight and she ended up passing away from cancer and everything. But in knowing that, I said, man, I got to do something about changing the way things are done in my family. So I got into fitness. And how did I get into fitness? The first way was just walking. Like I would just go to the park, Marcus Garvey Park, and I would just walk around 4 laps. And I remember one day I was walking around the park and this dude, my neighbor, he used to sell weed. He seen me circle like third time. And he's like, yo, is you high, man? Why you keep walking around like that? Like, I guess we're not supposed to walk around the park unless we high, but I started walking. And then shout out to the good brother Chuck that I met when I was working at a gig. He was a bodybuilder. So I asked him to build out a little workout routine for me, and he gave me some pointers on push-ups and weights. And I just made that a lifestyle. Understood, or I would feel a difference in how people would look at me when I entered the room, because I got my head high, I got my shoulders back, like feeling good about the work that I put into myself. And I think it just exudes when you get around other people. So fast forward, I remember one time when I wasn't making that much money and I was hanging around other people who were young brothers who were that whole 6-figure crew. And a lot of them was just so arrogant, man, like act as if they was God's gift to the world and you couldn't tell them nothing because they had degrees and they making this bread. And it just really turned me off to see people that I sort of looked up to, or people who look like me, act that way just because they had something that the next person didn't have. And I just vowed to myself, like, once I get something, like, I'm not gonna act like that. Some people may assume that I'm hard to approach, but that's their own perception. But I'm very chill, like talk to everybody. I give when I can, like not on this super high horse the way people act when they get a little something. You can really bring out how people naturally are, like just magnifies who you are. So if you're an asshole without money, once you get money, you're an even bigger asshole. But I prefer to stay humble. And then life be lifing. You see the picture right there behind me. I lost my wife recently, and I went through a period of, I lost my mom, my grandmother, and my wife all within like years. And it humbled me even further, because I had to figure out a way that I could transmute my pain into something. There's love with no place to land. So I just decided to pour more into creating and making music and doing videos and sharing my journey with other people, because you never know how your story may touch somebody else. So yeah, so my confidence comes from those different pillars and just the journey of life. If you found this video interesting, like, share, or even leave a comment. If you don't want to leave a comment, shoot me a message. We're going to drop this also on the Think and Effect podcast. I'm going to start dropping more pods over there soon. And I appreciate you all. Danger.